so we'll just chat in here.
Get a little chat.
All right, are we recording now? Our buddy Mike Ashby from Ultimax Belts. What are we looking at here?
We're looking at a CVT system, one that comes off of a Polaris. It's part of our demonstration. So we show people really what a CVT looks like, what the belt looks like. I mean, it's not set exactly to the right belt deflection, but it gives everybody a good idea about what they're looking for. It's surprising the amount of people that have a snowmobile and are not really that familiar with a CVT drive, or even what the belt looks like on it, surprising enough. Now, of course, you gentlemen do.
Yeah, well, how many people have not even pulled the cover off until it's too late?
Absolutely, until it's too late, and exactly that. And as you know, last year, around, well, maybe not a year ago, we talked about early detection with a belt. We talked about belt maintenance and what to do, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're looking at here.
What kind of things do you point out to the people that are interested in belts?
First thing we point out is certainly about talking about belt deflection, because it was, a lot of the manufacturers put in their manual, look for the belt to protrude over this much over the secondary. That's a good start, but it may not be completely where you want to get. So we talk a little bit about that. We talk a little bit about identifying what is a primary clutch, a secondary clutch, so they understand the speak. Now, admittedly, a lot of guys, are not quite that familiar with it, because thankfully we're still getting people into the sport, right?
Yeah.
Especially since COVID, it's brought some people into the sport, which is great for all of us. So those are the kind of things we talk about. And of course, we talk about the construction of our belt and maybe which way to put the belt on, that type of thing. Yeah, that's what we do.
You want to make sure you can read the text when you're standing outside your sled.
Yes.
And that way, if you pull it off, you can put it back on the same way.
Yeah, and that's really it. Understand that they are not directional per se, but it's a good idea to put it on, as you mentioned, that you can read the text and put it back on that way. And the reason for that is more the wear pattern on the sheaves and the belt.
That's right.
That's really what we're looking for there.
That's the one thing you taught me, because I thought they had to go a certain direction because they'd blow apart if they didn't. Yeah. And you said, no, like as long as if it was run the other way, put it on the other way when you replace it.
Right.
So
now
you taught us a lot.
Sure, and if you're so inclined that you want to run it the other direction, just make sure you've cleaned the sheaves as we described with Scotch-Brite pad, wipe them off with a baby wipe, because we don't want to use brake clean, do we?
No.
And the reason for that is it's a solvent, and that solvent will attack the cord line.
Yeah,
right? That
perfect,
kind of thing.
perfect.
For sure.
Yeah. Where do people find Ultimax?
Well, they can find Ultimax really easy. UltimaxBelts.com, and there's a dealer locator tab that you click on. Simply enter your postal code or your zip code, and that will give you your closest dealer.
Yep. And you make belts for what?
We make belts for all models of snowmobiles dating back to 1962.
Yeah.
And we make belts for all ATVs, UTVs, and side-by-sides dating back to approximately 1974.
Nice. Yeah. And here's the thing. Feel the difference is what I always tell people, because I always used to see Ultimax at trade shows and think it was like the snake oil of the show, right? And once you put one on and realize it does make a difference and you can feel the extra power getting to the ground, you'll be a believer too. It's insane. They do work, and they save you money off of an OEM belt.
Absolutely, you're right.
It's not just because they should charge more, actually, really, because it is a better belt than OEM. But you actually save money with the Ultimax.
And if you need any more reason to believe any of this, go up to Hurricane Performance at the front, and they are running an off-the-shelf XS 827 on those sidewinders or whatever.
Whatever
the number would
it's
be.
a well-known
and it's
in
a
the racing
world
world.
record.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we also set a world record this past summer in Heydays.
Right on.
On Eagle One Hypersport, absolutely.
Right on. Perfect.
And this past winter, we also set a world record, 202.29 miles an hour on Eagle One as well.
Nice.
And you know something? It's all about the construction and the engineering, right? And that's really where we differentiate ourselves from your OEM style belt. It's a different construction, and there's a lot more engineering that goes into this belt.
Thank you for your time again today.
Yeah.
You know we love you, Mike, and your belts are awesome. Keep doing the good job.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Nice
Yeah,
always
thank
see
you.
you.
Good to see you, man.
That's
Thanks very
awesome.